Good afternoon. My name is Raul, and tonight's topic will be very interesting. We are going to talk about Fabian's previous job and current job. Remember that Fabian was one of the best and most important accountants of Metalsa, a company in Monterrey City. But now, he's working in logistics area on FEMSA. Now, we're in Fabian's office to talk with him about his job change. Hello Fabian, how are you doing?
Really good, and you?
Good, thank you. First of all, I want to ask you if you didn't like your previous job as an accountant at Metalsa, or you didn't like the company itself.
I like my job as an accountant, and I like the company too, but sometimes an employee like me feels that it's a moment of change, especially because my work relation with my boss and my work partners wasn't the same as at first.
What do you mean by the relationship with your boss and partners wasn't the same as it was at first?
I argued a lot with them, but when I say argue, it means that my ideas weren't connected with their ideas. It could be that my vision like an employee was not the same as the company vision.
When did you convince yourself of quitting your job, and what did the company think about it?
I convinced myself 2 weeks ago. At first they thought I was crazy because it was a sudden decision. Then they were angry because they had plans for me inside the company, like projects with other firms.
And didn't you feel like if you disappoint the company?
Not at all, because they never told me about I will be inside future plans, so I was not compromised.
Okay. And what new skills do you think that you have learned by having worked in Metalsa?
I learned a lot in Metalsa. I worked there like 2 years, so I learned to work in team, to be more tolerant, to be organized, and the most important thing that I learned there was to be proactive.
Whoa, you learned a lot of stuff. And how did you get in FEMSA?
Well, it's a long story, but I'll try to summarize it. 1 year ago, I worked in Metalsa project with help of another firm that was FEMSA. In that work, I knew so many people from FEMSA, and one of them is the logistics director. When I left Metalsa, I went to some conference about leadership, logistics, and accounting around the country. In one of those conferences, I met this person, and we talked about my employment situation, and he kindly offered me a job in his area, so I took it.
Good, so you're good to make relationships. When you decide to change of job, why didn't you continue as an accountant?
I didn't continue as an accountant because the person that offered me the job is the logistics director. Besides, I have a master's degree in logistics, so it was easier for me getting to FEMSA.
Good. The time has run out. I hope we can talk another time. Thank you very much, Fabian, for taking the time to answer the questions.